What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as always, every single Wednesday I do a video of the series 100 runs, and if you guys haven't seen these videos, basically you guys just tell me what dungeon I should do and I do it 100 times, and I save all the loot that I think is worth keeping that I'm going to put on the auction house, or if I just simply get like a couple of blue items, even though I'm not going to put them up in the auction house. If you don't get that many blues necessarily, I will still keep them to show what items I received. So in today's video, we're going to do Steam Vault. We did Underbug last time, and now we're looking into Steam Vaults. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the route. It's a really simple route, but we're going to talk about the potential gold and so on. So Steam Vaults is quite similar to Underbug. Like, the major difference is the materials that you get. Like, I have mining on this tune, so I do mine all the veins that I see, and you also get primal life from these guys, the bug overlords. So in terms of primals, you also get primal fire from mining the fell iron ore, and in this dungeon you also get primal water from killing these guys, the searchers, these water mobs. So in terms of materials, it's not that bad, but there's not that many mobs to skin in this one as you can in Underbug, and a lot of people who saw me do Underbug, they did it with skinning, and they made a decent amount of gold doing it with skinning. I don't have a skinning on this tune though, but I do have mining, however, and it gives you that little bit extra of gold, so it's quite nice. When it comes to route, it's really easy. You just walk the dungeon. There's no alternative routes of doing this dungeon. Just make sure you kill all the mobs, because it isn't like super packed. The first room is really good in terms of mobs, the like density, but a really important thing is to click on these things, these machines, the access panels. You got to click on these so it open up the gates before the last boss. Otherwise you're not going to be able to enter the room of the last boss, and there's also a couple of mobs in that room, so you definitely want to kill them. So basically what you're after is all the materials that I just mentioned, all the primals, and if you got mining or skinning, that's really good. But in terms of what's really going to bring you to gold, it's like always with a TBC dungeon. The green items are really bad, most of them at least. So you're going to make some gold if you're lucky enough to get a world drop, like a TBC world drop, like patterns and plans, like Blade of Wizardry and so on. And a lot of the epic items that you can get, like world drops, are really bad. I got one, and of course it had to be a really bad one, which I will show you guys. So TBC, plans, patterns, extremely RNG though. You can do 100 runs and you can get 10 of them. You can do 100 runs and you can be sitting at 0. So make sure to kill all of these mobs, even this neutral mobs, because they do have a loot table. So you want to make sure to kill those as well. And there's another access panel going into this room. These guys, these leper gnomes, they're not going to drop jack shit. So I pretty much just kill them to get movement speed, because I have a speed set on this guy. So this place always has 2 deposits or veins, this room. So make sure to get all of those if you do have mining. And sometimes you're lucky enough to get a corium, and corium sells for a lot of gold. You can get between 2 to 4 corium ore, and so like 1 to 2 bars, and a bar is usually like 1500 gold each. So if you're lucky, you might get like 3000 gold just mining a deposit. That's really good. So after clicking on this access panel, we're actually going to head over to the last room where we have the last boss and the mobs around it. And in terms of leaving the dungeon, you just manually walk out. It's a really short dungeon, so you don't really need to sign up for a scenario or anything like that. Even though a monk, they did change the dream walk, so you can use it twice now without having any cooldowns, so that's quite nice. I haven't timed it because that's fairly new, so I haven't timed to see if it's faster to use dream walk twice or to just manually run out. It's probably going to depend if you have a speed set or not. But these gates behind me are locked if you don't click on the access panel, and you have to walk all the way back to click them again. It's really annoying. I did it a couple of times. So kill these mobs, finish up last boss, and then just really run out. And that is, like, that's it. That's the end of the dungeon. Really short, really simple to run. it's I like the dungeon because I know that I'm going to make some gold because you have the primals and so on. And if I'm lucky enough, I'm going to get something of value, right? Which is usually the case. But you have like, this is not old man. And old man is either like hit or miss. You can do 100 runs of Older Man and make jack shit because there's no steady gold from Older Man. So TBC, most TBC dungeons have some sort of steady gold. So that's always nice. So we're going to walk outside. I'm going to vendor what I just picked up. And we're going to take a look at how much gold I made doing this 100 times. So a nice thing about this dungeon is that a vendor is right outside. I think you need a certain reputation though in order to use this guy as a vendor. So vendor off the shitty items. And this is what I'm left with, really, after doing 100 runs. I got 38 primal life, 12 fire from just mining, 44 primal earth, 71 water, 23 corium bars, 35 eternium bars. Didn't make the fell iron or the adamantite into bars because it takes ages. And you also get some of these flowers, but they're not really that good. And in terms of transmog items, I saved this blade right here because I've sold a couple of them. The only bad thing is that when I started streaming these runs, people in my realm have done it, so it went from like 3.5k down to like 200 gold. But the sell rate is fairly good. Same as this one, like 1200 gold market value, 189 gold in my realm. Good market value on it though. It usually sells, so I'm just going to hold on to these until the price of my realm goes up. And these kind of jungle looking hats, they always sell. And then it's just like, this one, 23k market value, it sucks. This one, 7k in my realm, 32,000 gold market value. Like the rest of the items they're bad. They really are. I got this one though, Chest Guard of Exile, but 115 gold in my realm, so I didn't get jack shit. And if we use the T7 loot macro, we can see that I got 113,000 gold in market value. So this one, nah, not feeling it, man. I mean, you average like 11,000 golds an hour in mostly materials, to be honest, and it's not optimal. There's a billion like steady gold farms where you can make more than that. It is RNG. I didn't get a single pattern, but even if I got two, like if I got a pattern worth 50,000 gold, it wouldn't really change that much, right? I would still be at less than 200,000 gold in total, so not even 20k. So yeah, STEAMVAULTS, I think it's fun to run. I got quite tired of it in the end because I just finished doing Underbug, and Underbug and STEAMVAULTS kind of feels like running the same dungeon. But in general, STEAMVAULTS is a fun dungeon to do. You do get some steady gold, but it's not optimal. But it's done, it's tested. We gotta do them all, you know? So if you guys have any suggestions on what dungeon I should do next, leave it down in the comment section. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, bye bye.